Oh my word. Yes. Oh guys, honestly, this was a good series. Okay, sorry, I'm getting way ahead of myself. But honestly guys, thank you so much for clicking on this review. The fact that you willing to sacrifice a few minutes out of your day to watch my content really does mean the absolute world to me. You guys really are the best. And I'm very sorry that this video is coming out much later than it usually does. It was super busy today, and I'm realizing that I'm looking rather red, like flipping cherry tomato red. I spent a lot of time in the sun yesterday, so hopefully this will make me look extra tanned and really good looking. I hope that's the case anyway. But sorry guys, so today we're going to be talking about the new Netflix series The Stranger. So honestly, when I first saw the trailer for this series, I was so flipping excited. They really just look at this relationship between a husband and a wife, and what happens when your entire relationship has been built around a lie. That's what the series trailer asks you. And I thought that was such an incredibly interesting topic. But the series goes so much deeper than that. Within the first episode, we've got lying spouses, we've got alpaca heads, we've got cops, we've got random naked people in a forest. There's so much happening. And the series deals with everything so incredibly well. The story is just absolutely captivating. I thoroughly enjoyed this series from the very first scene to the very last scene. Guys, this is a very well-made series with really enjoyable characters. Of course, they're all flawed, but they feel human, which was just really exciting and fun to watch. So let me actually talk to you guys a little bit about the series first. Let me give you a bit of a brief synopsis of the story. We've got this husband and wife, and they're happily married, and they're just getting along, and life is great. But then the stranger, she approaches him and goes, "Hey, look, your wife's been lying to you. She faked a pregnancy, she faked the miscarriage, and you should get the DNA of your children tested." And then all of a sudden he's like, whoa, that's hectic. He goes and he approaches his wife and he basically confronts her about this, and she doesn't deny it. And so his world is pretty much rocked. And then a few days later, his wife just disappears. And so the main crux of the series is his husband trying to find his wife, because at the end of the day, even though she did lie to him, he still loves her and he wants her in his life, which I just thought was absolutely incredible, just great. But of course, there are tons of stories happening around this. We've got people that are blackmailing each other. We've got kids in high school. There's high school drama, but it's well-handled drama as well. I do think that at times it went a little bit over the board. Like, I don't think any high school kids would actually act like that, but it was still believable. And the show handled it with a very mature understanding of how people actually act and respond to specific stressful situations. This series was very well written, very well acted, and very well produced. The cinematography just in the opening scene alone, oh my word, I flipping loved it. So this is the opening scene. I'm just going to walk you guys through it. No spoilers, okay? The opening scene starts off with two complete contrasting scenes that are happening. The first one is there's this bonfire happening. People are having tons of fun. Everything is very warmly lit, nice oranges, and it's a bunch of people partying. And then in complete contrast to that, there's this person running through the woods alone, naked, afraid and scared. And everything is just blue because of all the shadows. And it cuts between this joyous occasion, everybody partying, and then it cuts back to this really isolated, scared kid running through the woods. And that just had me hooked. I was like, what is going on here? I need to know more. And then the episode just goes on and starts unpacking more and more. We get the missing wives, we get the alpaca heads, which was honestly an element I was not expecting at all, but actually turned out to be one of my favorite parts of the series. What the flip is it about this alpaca head? So there's so much to unpack about the series and to discuss. It really is just a good series. Honestly, this series is so much better than I was expecting it to be, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Definitely going to be one of the best Netflix series. I know we're still early in 2020, but it's definitely better than what I've watched recently. I mean, so much better than Goop Lab, so much better than October Faction. So with the last two series I watched, I didn't really enjoy them so much, but this one was just a breath of fresh air. I flipping loved the series. I loved the characters. As I said earlier, all the characters have flaws, but you can still sympathize with them. There was only one character that ever started to get grating to me that I actually didn't enjoy, and that was the youngest kid of the main characters, because he was just, for lack of a better word, majority of the time, he was just a spoiled brat. He really was. But even the bad characters, you enjoyed them. Like, you up until the final episode, you don't actually know who the villain of the series is. But even when you do find out who the villain of the series is, it's still an enjoyable character. All of these characters are, they feel human. That's actually what I enjoy most about the series, is no one is wholly evil, no one is wholly good. And actually, through the midway of the series, I remember just sitting there going, wow, we're all a little bit screwed up, aren't we? Because the truth is that this series perfectly reflects humanity. Even when we think we're doing good, we can screw up and cause harm to come on others, cause negative things to happen. And this series deals with that very, very well. Another thing this film handles well, and it's something that actually really scared me, was how people can so easily blackmail each other nowadays with our access to social media and the internet and everything like that. We can do tons of stuff and get up to a ton of rubbish that we don't realize other people can track. And it kind of just reminded me, yo, Caleb, you've got to be so incredibly careful with what you do online. Not that I do dodgy stuff, but like, you slip up once, and there are people out there in the world that are waiting for people to slip up so they can take advantage of you. And it's scary. It's legitimately scary to think that one mishap can completely screw up your life if you're not willing to cooperate with people that are blackmailing you. And that was so incredibly scary to me. I was just like, yo, imagine being that person where you do one thing, somebody uses that against you, and then that becomes what defines you. It's a really scary thought. But sure, guys, that was just my review on The Stranger. Honestly, guys, I highly, 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 highly recommend it. I had a fantastic time watching it. It was absolutely awesome. Guys, you're the best. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed my review, give it a thumbs up or a like or whatever you want to call it. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. But guys, honestly, you're the best. Thank you so much. Hey guys, I just want to thank you once again for watching my review. You really, truly are just the greatest people in the whole wide world. But I'd like to take this opportunity to once again shout out CreateZA. You can see I've got both of the pillows in the back here now. Honestly, if you are a creator, follow them on social media. You'll then find out about all the new meetups that are going to be happening, ways that you can grow your content,